guys, welcome back to the channel. Dave, of course, JDH Reptiles. Today I wanted to do a little video explaining what we do when we take vacation. Because I get this question a lot when I tell people, you know, hey, we went on vacation for a week. We just got back from Florida, matter of fact. And while we were gone, obviously, we don't have anybody come in here and take care of the animals. The snakes are pretty self-sufficient. We don't have to worry about them too much. The only thing I have, my daughter, who usually keeps an eye on the house, I have her come in here and fill up the humidifier in the room daily, because we go through about 4 gallons of water to run the humidifier in this room during the winter here in Michigan. But for prepping purposes, what my job to do, what I feel the best thing I do is the week before we leave, I do not feed our animals. So I let them have that week off. So for instance, we left last Thursday, so we did not feed that whole week. We fed the week prior, but not that whole week. And then what I do usually on, say, Wednesday, the day before, usually in the evening, I'll come down here and I will go through each and every tub, from the hatchlings to the adults to the breeders, and I will change all the liners, change all the waters, and make sure they are completely full. For those of you who use cocoa, which I did years ago in the past, what I would do is, depending on how aged the coconut husk is in the tubs, so in other words, if it's 3 weeks old and you're bound to do a change anyways, I would probably hold off. I would go through everything and pick it and clean it very well. And then of course, so we use deli cups in our tubs. So I take these delis and I go through each and every tub and I will dump out the water. I'll wipe out the delis if they're dirty or got, had some stagnant water, nasty. Not stagnant because the water gets changed every couple days, but it just looks like it had a floater in it or something. The deli cup gets pitched, a new deli cup goes in, fresh water. These deli cups, I just fill it almost to the brim, right where this little lip is here. I just fill them all the way up to there. I slide them in, and then I call that tub done. And I do that with everybody. So the hatchlings that are in these V18s, we use blue shop towels for liners. So I pull all that out, I clean out the tub, I put new shop towels in it, and then I use these typically for their water dishes. So I take them, same thing, I clean them out, and then I fill them, and I set them inside the tub, and they are good to go. Now remember guys, a week really isn't a big deal. Like for instance, when I came back home, I would say maybe not even a quarter of the animals in here were dirty. So I checked every tub, and as I pulled them out, most of them still had at least 50% of their water. Some I did have to, dump and refill completely. After a week, I dumped and refilled all of them anyways. I always do that when I return. But all I was saying there was, most of them still had half a cup of water. So they don't even go through a lot of water in a week. Most of their liners were all clean, completely clean. They hadn't defecated or urinated at all. So it's not a big deal. I would say if you're gone 2 weeks, be prepared to come home to some stinkiness. But for me, when I do return, typically, for instance, this time I returned, I didn't get actually home until 8 o'clock at night. I was beat. So what I do is I walk in the door. First thing I do is take a deep breath. And if I don't smell anything, I know that no one really shit the bed and tore it up in here. So I'm not too concerned. So for instance, when we got back on Wednesday and I got back late Wednesday, I did come through and I changed all the hatchlings. So what is that? That's about 75 animals. I went through and I cleaned all those tubs, changed all those papers, changed all those waters. Yesterday, Thursday morning, what I did was I came down here and I just pick a rack, and I started from rack 1 and went all the way down through the whole room, checked, cleaned, changed waters on all of them. So they're all fresh, they're all ready to go. And matter of fact, I actually fed yesterday as well. So later in the evening when I went through and fed, I was able to double check those liners and make sure they hadn't pooped or anything throughout the day. And that's really it. It's not anything you need to worry about too much. I know a lot of people get concerned like, oh man, I can't go on vacation because I got snakes. You can, you should. You definitely need to take time for yourself. You definitely need to enjoy life, and these animals will be just fine. Like I said, for me, the only thing I have to have my daughter do is come in here and fill a humidifier. If it was summertime, we wouldn't have to worry about that, but that is it. I have a camera in my snake room, so periodically while I'm gone, I can also click that camera on and just make sure I don't hear like any beepers going off on any of the herp stats. But I really don't stress out. First couple of years I did, but now I really don't stress out anymore. Not only do I have great kids who take care of the house while we're gone, who will check in here periodically, but like I said, the animals themselves, I now have learned they are very sufficient at taking care of themselves for the week without any intervention from me. So I really am not too concerned. Hopefully that answers some of your questions. Like I said, I've been asked this a couple times, you know, when I take off to go on vacation, don't I worry about the snake room, or what do I do to make sure they'll be fine? I just clean ahead of time and they're fine. I'm not concerned. And you shouldn't be either. So live your life, enjoy it, because a lot of people take those things for granted and don't take vacations. We all need to get away from time to time. And I like taking my vacation at the beginning of the year. I take multiple vacations throughout the year, but I like to take one right in the beginning of the year because like we're currently breeding, but here in like March and April when we really get busy, we got eggs pulling, we got eggs in the incubator, and I like to go around for egg season. This summer I will be taking a cruise in July, I think July, late June or early July, and that's kind of like, that gets me a little worried because we have eggs in the incubator. It always seems like we have eggs dropping while we're gone, but when we get to that time of the year, I'll explain to you what we're going to do for that. There's really not much of a change though. The first couple of years I would have somebody help pull eggs, and now I just don't worry about it. I come back and if there's eggs, I collect them at that time. So thanks guys, appreciate it. Thanks for swinging by. Hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions, of course, leave them down below. We have like 2,050 subscribers, somewhere around there. My goal for this year is to hit 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. I can't do that without you guys. So if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, leave comments down below and let me know what things you'd like to see. I'd really love to get back to being on the 4 to 5 day a week schedule, putting out a lot of content for you guys. I just want to make sure the content that I'm producing is content you want to see. So if you have any questions, if you want me to show you specific things or talk about specific things or issues or whatever, go ahead and post that down below. Love to hear your comments, and I'll take all that into consideration and try and wrap a plan around doing videos that incorporate the things you guys are interested in. Until next time, you guys take it easy. Enjoy yourself, enjoy your life. Don't let this or your 9 to 5 or whatever you got going on stop you from enjoying your life, because in the end, whatever you do, that's all you got. Working your ass off forever for somebody else just so you can not enjoy your own life, not the way to live. Take it from me. It took me 40 years to get to that situation where I learned that my life is more important and I'm going to enjoy it while I can. So you should do the same. I'm not saying quit your job. All I'm saying is don't let them tell you you can't enjoy your own life. You can't take time away. You should take time away. So Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next video.